Friends are meant to end. Queen with Soft Eye Boutique hopping on here because I really want to discuss something that's been real heavy on my mind and on my heart and on my soul. And as you all know, you've been watching my videos. I have been intentionally being intuitive with myself and what actually speaks to my soul, and speaking, making these videos, this helps to feed my soul. I'm not going deep in this video because some things just will not be readily accepted if I publish it on YouTube, even though I know that it's the truth. But just want to talk about friends and how friends aren't meant to be forever. Okay? The last three letters of friend is END. Really keep that in mind, y'all. END means end, finish, complete. Now, I know some people's going to be like, well, I've had this friend since elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and all their life. Y'all, at that point, that's not a friend. That's your family. That's a family member. If you have somebody who's been there for you through thick and thin, you can call on them. It's a very healthy, reciprocal relationship. At that point, that's family. It's not friends. And that was something that I had to really sit with myself and learn and accept and just move past, that friends are meant to end. We don't know. I mean, some people know why they stopped dealing with folks, but you have situations where you wake up and you was like, man, I was just hanging tough with this person for, really hanging tough, and we don't even talk anymore, or you trying to call them, they don't know you, they're not answering the phone, or they acting like they don't know you, and you know that you really didn't do anything to them. So that's something that is protecting you from that person. And it could be vice versa as well. Something they may not have even done anything in that particular moment in time, but it could be a situation where this person's probably going to do something to you in the future that's very, just straight up betrayal. And God is protecting you from that. And so God is ending that friendship at that particular moment in time. And that is something that I had to really, really accept. That as soon as somebody pegs you as a friend, just know that it's eventually going to end. Even though some people are, mislabeling friends, family members as friends, but friendships are meant to end. I didn't want to really go on a long rant or bash or anything like that, but this was something that was really difficult for me to accept as a black woman who used to be a black girl, thinking that I never was really into having a lot of friends, so I never was into that. That was never something that I actually had to deal with, I had to battle with. It's just the few friends that I did have, I didn't quite understand that I had to let go of a lot of those people as I just progressed and moved forward in my life. And just to be frank, not trying to belittle anybody, but the way that I think now, the way that I live my lifestyle, it has far surpassed any and everybody who I have called a friend or who they have considered me to be a friend. It's only certain people that I can even sit down and really truly have a conversation with now, and it's a real stimulating conversation. And I found that it's more so people who believe and live their life the way that I do, and those are actually surprisingly people from different races and ethnic backgrounds. There's some, black people as well too, But that was something that was really, really tough for me. I didn't understand. Now I know why God made those situations the way that God did. So in order for me to get out of those people's reality, for them to get out of my reality, because it just wasn't going to end well whatsoever, because I know how I am. So I literally, at this age that I am now, I really had to really, by making this video, it's acceptance, was kind of like a 12-step program. And I had to accept that I'm not an average, what is an average black woman, but I'm not the, stereotypical, we can go, what is a stereotypical black woman, but I'm not what society tries to make me out to be as a black woman. But I really don't care about what society thinks, but I know that I'm not, and a lot of my peers, they are. That's the reality that they chose. And because I decided to choose the reality that I'm living in now, that caused a lot of friction and separation and dang near spontaneous combustions. And those people were just moved up out of my life, which is fine. It had to end that way. It had to end that way in order for me to just keep going forward. Y'all, I had a conversation with somebody who I have known for, it's been over a decade. And I know what my signals are now that I'm really starting to get in tune with my body and what my body is telling me, and also what God is telling me as well. If I'm on a phone with somebody, whether I'm on a phone or I'm in person with them, and we've had some type of established rapport with each other, some type of friendship, and I know when it's time for me to stop dealing with them, because whether it's over the phone or whether it's in person, it sounds like I'm underwater and I'm like talking through some radio, and the connection is really hard for me to understand them. It kind of, when your service is bad and you really can't understand what that person is saying, not that you can't comprehend what the person is saying, it's just because of the breaks and everything and the cuts in the service, it sounds choppy. Like, wait, can you repeat that? That's how it is for me, because I had to realize that those people are literally stuck in that time that I knew them. And I'm not stuck in that time anymore whatsoever. And I had to realize that. And I'm pretty sure some people feel the same about me as well. And that's okay. It is what it is. But I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to hear, not that I don't want to hear it, about a lot of people's trauma and issues and things that they go through, is that here we are, it's 2024, and there is little stigma. There's not as much stigma as there was in the past for you to get true trauma-informed therapy, the therapy and the help that you need. The type of person I am is, look, and I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse and incest. It is what it is. But I find myself now, that's not the center of my conversations. There was a point in my time where if somebody calling me, that's really all I could really talk about. I'm not saying that the memories and anything have gone away, because they haven't. But what I have found now is that since I'm actively doing what I need to do, my soul work, what I need to do, getting back to myself, my infinite self, and really the peace and the relief that I've always sought, this is what it is. I had to really say everybody's not doing what I'm doing. They're not. There should be no, if I'm talking to you on the phone and you've gone through something, which is fine. Like I said, childhood sexual assault survivor, incest survivor, and I even, survived really from 3 to all the way up in law schools when I said enough was enough. So pretty much all my life. You know, sexual abuse and sexual assault, sexual harassment, things of that nature. But if I'm talking to you and you haven't progressed and you're not moving forward to your dreams and your goal, you're just still talking about your trauma, we don't have that connection anymore. So it's one thing to where, because I have people, sometimes we get on the phone and we talk about it, things that happened to me, things that they have gone through, but we're saying at the same time, well, girl, I'm, you know, about to study for another bar exam, or I'm about to open up this new business, and like they're actively in the phase of doing these things. It's not that they're saying that they want to do it, they're actively doing these things. And that is kind of what the frequency that I'm on. So it's not that I am mean or crass or brass to anybody that goes through trauma. Because if you ever talk to me, I'm going to listen. Because I know how that goes. Like, I know how you can literally be stuck in that time that particular trauma or that particular sexual assault happened. I know. But we have to really do better. I really, the we whole thing, because it kind of insinuates the black community, and then they've just gone to hell. But there's only going to be the black people who want to say themselves that's going to make it, like me. But we have to get to the point to where we have a system to where we can get people as soon as that trauma happens, as soon as that sexual assault happens, and really help reprogram their body so they can move forward from this, instead of having to circle back 20, 30, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. Some people even go to their deathbed, with sexual assault, trauma, sexual abuse, and all of this foolishness that's going on. So I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I just wanted to let y'all know just how things are moving, for me when, I don't have friends. People will say that, and I tell them, I don't have friends, I just have family. But they'll still consider me as a friend. That's fine. And I know it's going to end. Family, ILY, last three letters. I love you. Friend, END, the end. Finito. Queen with Soft Thigh Boutique.